welcome back once again to Mack9's Minds. I am your host, Mack9. Today, episode 13, lucky episode 13, I am going to be wrapping up the mob grinder that I have been producing here. Today we're basically looking at the actual final building for this. Hopefully this will be a little bit shorter an episode where we are going upwards, taking basically this thing up into the sky, getting this guy up to where we will actually put our lava trap. So, first things first, we'll produce a couple signs. Need about 6 signs, which actually doesn't make sense why I'm doing it like that. 6 signs to start me off. Okay, pick those sticks back up. Plonk a sign right there, which kind of gives me a little push to this corner. Plonk a sign right there, which gives me a little push over this way. Plonk a sign right there, and a sign right there. Cool. 2 more. One going right here, and one going... if I can get to it. Right here. As you can see, it kind of creates a floating sign effect where it's kind of floating over the actual area that it needs to be produced off of. We're going to put up some pillars right through here. We're also going to kind of create a door frame as well, because this will just make it easier on us once we actually go to get the water to flow upwards. It's a neat little trick to actually have to pull off. These are okay being too tall, I believe. I recall them being this as fine like this, but I could be mistaken. I hope not. Let's knock this block out here for a moment. Oh my god, is it raining? It is. That is that sound, isn't it? Oh, it's thunderstorming. That's the first time I believe it has rained since I've been on this map. That is something. Right, so now I actually need a couple more signs. As if I didn't need more signs. Split these guys up right here, and here, and here, and that's a few more signs, and there, and there, and that's another sign, and then make another 3 signs. There we go. Get those sticks back. Right, and for this bit, I think, no, I have to mine that out, and mine that out. Include a sign right here, and a sign right here. Same for this side, sign here, and sign here. This forces a water flow out right here. Oh no, no, that's wrong. That's wrong. Sorry about that, guys. We'll break these signs off. Get them back. Actually, where those pillars need to go is right here and here. Sign back, thank you, and here. Effectively, what I'm trying to accomplish by placing these signs and removing this is once I have a water block right here, it will be suspended over this area, forcing people to kind of want to try and swim upward. So next I place right here. Oh dear, I don't feel like I should be in this much water while it's thunderstorming. I'll get struck by lightning. Especially wearing all this iron armor. Oh, I somehow doubt that'll cause lightning to come down a hole just to hit me. troll face. That's like asking the weather to punch you in the throat. Oh, and there's a sign for that. Should keep it from going that way, that'll keep it going from that way. Oh dear, I still need 2 more signs though, don't I? So let's see. 1 stick, 2 stick. 2 signs requires 2 sticks. Basic math. I kind of am starting to get a little worried here because I am running out of wood. I actually thought I had plenty of wood for this project and endeavor. Let's see how it works. Oh, no, that is opposite of what I need. What am I forgetting right here? Of course I am. Of course I am. That was my I'm a dirt fart. 2 more signs, of course, because the 3 sign floating dealie right here is actually got to be duplicated twice. So I'm putting that there and putting it there as well. This is basically a kind of like a wall procedure in order to keep the water flowing only in specific areas. Last but not least, I also have to, I think, include a pressure pad. Is that correct? Let's see. Is that correct? I don't know, hang on 1 second, please. Alright, thank you guys for bearing with me for a second here. I believe this is actually the correct method that I'm using. When you place this, the water should still be flowing inward, as you can see here, but it does create this sort of odd-looking build right there, but basically it gets pushed in, everything kind of ends up funneling toward the middle here, and then it tries to swim upwards. So now I just need a couple more source blocks, and we will try and ascend. I am probably also going to need a bit more wood. I'm coming to the realization that I have just completely demolished my wood supply that I was carrying on hand. And as you can see, I have very, very few planks left. Drowning right here. Oh dear. Did not even finish making this. Okay. Oh no. Only gonna get 3 out of it. Meaning I'm going to need to climb up a bit. Oh dear. Hang on 1 second, guys. I'm gonna run up to the surface, collect a few trees really quickly, and come right back down. Be right back. Alright, thank you once again for bearing with me. I went back up to the top. It's still the middle of the night. It's still raining, still thundering. I chopped down a few trees, got some wood, picked up a few saplings on accident. I used the ladder to go all the way back out, and then laddered all the way back down. And, yeah. Here I am. I broke the ladder as I came back down, of course. And, we're going to continue going up. Go ahead and turn all of that into wood. Just try not to drown. We're going to need ample amounts of signs. So, first things first, go ahead and make a couple more stacks of sticks. 14 sticks sounds like a good number of signs for now. Probably not enough. Boom. Oh yeah, that's quite a few signs on hand there. And boom. Go ahead and place that right there. I'm going to move some of my signs down to my immediate inventory, that way I can start putting them up as I go up. Then we'll pop back down and collect more water per level, because this actually does take a good bit of time to manage properly. Effectively what you're doing is you're placing a sign here and a sign here on each level, so that way it kind of staggers where the water is capable of flowing. because they will not flow into a block that is occupied by a sign. Signs basically work as invisible air. Ooh, poop! I didn't want that one there. Signs work as an invisible air barrier, and water doesn't flow to them. And I apparently can't break that block while sitting underwater. There we go. Oh, why did I do that? Sorry. I'm a nut. There we go. Now let's hope I don't make too many mistakes like that as I go up, because placing blocks of water is not exactly easy thing to recover from in the event you start placing things incorrectly. But as it goes up, we should have an easier and easier time of actually ascending and descending this particular thing, because the way the water works, we won't drown either. Take another bucket. Start floating up and along. And as you can see, the water is basically being held in place by these, which also keeps me from drowning. Keeps the mobs from drowning as well. Only point in that is just making sure that they all get pushed up. And they will continue to rise to the top and then get sliced by the lava. Only thing that's a downside is this little strip of water right here is going to make it a little difficult to get back to the water over here. Unfortunately, if I do take it away, it can upset the actual flow, so I'm not going to do that. Excuse me, I had a bit of a burp there from soda. Now, if you're a little curious as far as how you're placing the water every time you place not the water blocks, the signs. Every time you place the sign blocks, you always want to place the sign on the block above where your last water source was. So, for example, water source here. Ooh, let's get back up here. Water source here, you place a sign block above it. Water source, signs there, you place water source above them, like so. Then I'll place a sign right there. Swim back up. And place a sign right there. Very good. Then we'll come back down and remember which side the water's on, which is over here. Swim back up. Dump the water there. Go back down. As you can see, you can actually pass through the fences, the signs, even if they're placed as if they were on a wall. It's just the same as if you had signs out on the ground itself. Very, very simple, very easy method to control the flow of water and also control the flow of the mobs. Now I do need to swap out signs back onto my bar really quickly, actually, because I will drown if I do not do this relatively quickly. Okay, flowing back up. Remember signs on top of the water source blocks that you've placed. There we go. And then down here, kind of float back over to the water. Grab the block, head back up. Place water, go back down. Oh, rain stopped. It's relatively quick to come up as this in terms of like a water elevator. This would probably be something relatively easy enough to implement if you wanted to put a water elevator into your place. It does take lots of patience, but you're not going to drown in it if you want to use this as like a safe way of ascending and descending. Using signs to keep the water in place as a vertical pillar, but you also get the added benefit of having something that you're easily able to control. You're not just dropping down a hole and landing in water. Actually, about halfway there. Oh, actually we're almost a third of the way there. Wishful thinking, of course. Wishful thinking. Place that there. Place that there. Already got a sign there. Place a sign there, just because I know that's above the next water block. And I'll do the same there. Head back down, collect more water, change back to signs. And as you can see, it's rather dark in here. Darkness, of course, helps spawn more mobs, so that's a good thing. Ooh, dear, I need more signs as well. Let's go ahead and make a couple more signs while I'm down here at the bottom floor. Trying to stay out from being pushed directly into this water flow. 20 signs, that's actually more than I can make right now. There we go, 4 bits of wood remaining. Oh my, do I have to go and get more logs? I hope I do not. Whoa! Skippy. Alright, there we go. Go ahead and pop a sign up there, because I know that's where that sign needs to go. And, whoop. Pop a sign up there. Very good. Let's get more water. No, wrong side. Over here. The mob grinder is almost complete. Final trip down I am looking forward to so much. So much. Alright, and we place a water block there. Go back down, collect more water. Getting disoriented, there it is. Almost wanting to say, once I get to a high enough elevation, I just try and go up to the top, put down water block sources, and then drop down, but that's almost an easy way out, and it doesn't guarantee that the monsters can manage to swim the final leg of the journey. Let's try and just keep at it. Only so much I can really say once I'm this far along in the mob spawner. It's been quite the challenge doing this. Not necessarily because it's difficult or anything, but because I'm still sitting here in one sitting. This is a monumentous recording session. Almost as if I was doing a long live stream with something that's infinitely less entertaining. But hopefully you guys will learn something from this, and hopefully you'll be relatively entertained by this. This will, again, be so useful long run. So very useful. Oh my god, frame rates. Actually, I'm getting a bit nicer frame rate on this episode than I have been on the previous episodes. Episode 10 and 11 in particular, I was getting absolutely ridiculously low frame rate. It was usually hovering right around 15 to 16, whereas when I'm not running fraps, I usually do significantly better than that. And I wasn't exactly sure what was going on. I'm still rendering in the background. I've got HD videos rendering. More uploads available for you guys coming on the way. But it's, I don't know. It's just being finicky, I guess. So, question of the video. What has been the most complex thing that you have ever created in Minecraft? Could be, you know, a mega build, super build, whatever you want to call it, where you're building something that you've got a real model of in real life, or it could be some sort of 3D model of maybe a character, or even a very detailed sprite animation. What has been the most unbelievably detailed thing you've ever made? I believe the biggest project I've ever undertaken was a replica of a castle in Germany, which my father had it as a painting in on his guitar room for the longest time. And it was a really, really cool looking castle. I was like, oh, this is amazing. I have to build this in a snow biome just because it's covered in snow to begin with. But it was a really massive undertaking. I got the wall, I got the majority of the overall look and feel of the castle done, and then I was like, I don't have time or patience for this. And yeah, by the end of it, I was like, yep, I simply am not going to be able to finish this project. And looking back on it, I'm kind of a little disappointed that I never finished it, but at the same time, it was monumental. And back then, we didn't have the 256 block limit to the ceiling. It was only 128, and I was a little limited by that. Oh dear, I've actually, once again, I need to go and get a few more logs. If you guys can bear with me, I'll be right back. Stay tuned. Alright, thank you guys for bearing with me. I ran back up to the top. I collected another 64 logs, called it stops right then and there. Got a few more saplings as well. It's actually, it's been a progression of a day and it's already night again. I slept in the bed when I hopped up to the top level because it was almost evening. And now it's already night once again. I just jumped right back down the hole. I didn't take any fall damage because the hole itself is becoming well watered enough that it is completely safe to jump back down. So now we're going to craft a couple more sticks. Oh, yeah, that'll be fine. 22 sticks is good because I am not going to be able to quite make that many signs, of course, and keep them in my inventory considering how cluttered my inventory is. Go ahead and make that for now. That'll be fine. Move that down there, move that over there, move, not the dirt, sign, sign. I saw the sign. It opened up my mind and I said, wine, dicka-dicka-dunka-dun. Yeah, I'm butchering that song, FYI, just cause I can. No, I'm not really familiar with that band. I think it's what, Ace of Base? Yes, that's Ace of Base. That's like my fiance's, like one of her favorite bands, and I have no idea why. But that's not what we're here for. Cough, cough. Yeah. So how about that C418 music, eh? That Minecraft music, eh? Yeah, actually, I have another song that was a remix by C418 that is one of my better like songs, because a lot of the music here in Minecraft is actually kind of dull, and in the older Minecraft it almost seemed a little out of place and a little creepy. It was just this very solitary piano playing in the background that sounded almost somber as you ventured through the world of Minecraft. And he actually did a remix of a song by Weeble, Mr. Weeble. If you've been on the internet since about 2001, 2002, somewhere around there, there was a Flash animation that came out called Badger, 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 Mushroom, Mushroom. And yeah, Mr. Weeble was the guy behind that. He's done a lot of little music videos and a lot of little skits and things, and it's all been Flash animated. Well, C418 actually has collaborated with him with one of his more recent projects with Weeble's techno band, I guess you could say. He basically wrote this music and for this fictitious group called Savlonic, and the music that they play is some sort of like techno funk dance mix, and poop, that's in the wrong spots and I'm not going to be able to get that easily. Just break the sign. Oh dear. Am I going to have to place a block just to break a sign? It's like half the time I'm punching the freaking thing, and the other half I'm punching the other thing. Yeah, I'm gonna have to place a ladder. Let's go back up. But yeah, he plays this, makes this basically this little band that's completely fictitious, but it's fun listening to. And the name is Savlonic, and C418 actually did a song for Weeble, for the Savlonic Savlonic CD, Savlonic. I'll include a link in the bottom because it's really hard to spell, considering even though it's complete English, it's a little difficult for me to say, and it sound like it's spelled. More water, more water. Where is the water? There's the water. But yeah, his remix sounded pretty good of the song Driver. And I can link to that in the description, of course. It's, I don't know, you kind of either love it or you hate it. I enjoy that music. I find it better than dubstep. I don't really care for dubstep. I don't know what the deal is with dubstep. A lot of people love dubstep, especially the younger audiences, which I'm sure some of you are relatively younger than me at least. Some of you might not be. But dubstep, I've never really found many dubstep songs that I've enjoyed. I haven't found any Skrillex songs that I like. It all seems like usually it's taking popular songs that are already popular in their own right and then redoing them just to apply your own twist or apply some sort of really weird bass to the song itself. And I've heard one song that I thought sounded alright with it, and that was To the Moon and Back. I don't remember the artist off the top of my head that did that remix. It's a song sampled by, the original artist was Savage Garden, which I didn't really care for Savage Garden, but I liked To the Moon and Back in dubstep form. I can link to it in the description below, but I just can't think of the name of the band that actually, or the name of the artist that actually remixed it into a dubstep. But that's about it. That's the only one I've really actually enjoyed. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's just me getting old again, turning into an old fart. I'm not enjoying all this hip, young music or something. I don't know. Okay, I need to make more signs while I'm down here. More sticks. Sticks. These aren't sticks, but sticks. Sticks. Boom. Oh dear. Toss out the saplings. There we go. I'm leaving the sticks down there for right now. Going to collect a little bit more water. Oh, it's raining again. Fundiferous. Oh, I didn't put a sign over here yet. There we go. Let's be sure we place our signs. Sign. Sign. And sign. And sign. And sign. Got one more I can place right here. Climb back up. So close to the top. So very close. Oh, I can taste the fresh air. Or rain, or something. Oh. Right there. Not gonna need any more wood trips after this either. Oh. Very nice. So once I get to the top, I'm actually just probably going to go ahead and call this a show, call this the end, go ahead and take a break for a little bit, but in the following episodes, actually no, I'm going to get to the top, going to see how long I've been recording, then I'll determine if I'm going to go ahead and stop for now or not. I do want to go ahead and get the lava slice in there. Lava is going to be required to properly kill and grind the enemies, just to go ahead and like chop them in half, collect the loot, get all the stuff out. But I'm going to have to run down to the base level, back down to my underground base, to collect up the lava, so that way I can come all the way back up here to place at least 2 lava blocks to properly form my grinder. And yeah, and then, yeah, I'll probably go ahead and call it quits after this episode. So indecisive, I keep getting distracted by the game, and I keep playing and playing and playing, and I'm playing so much for you guys. So that way you can have something to watch. Make sure I'm always putting out constant content. Yeah, these videos take forever to upload, of course. Which I guess is really the only thing that keeps me well spaced out here. Keeps me from just uploading 17 episodes in a day and all of a sudden I don't have anything to do for the rest of the week, either because I've played the game to death or I'm actually dying from talking too much. And of course I'm trying to keep up a conversation because I have to be able to entertain you guys somewhat. Otherwise I'd just end up rambling and we're talking about sandwiches and dinner again. Like for example tonight we had pasta with pesto, homemade pesto with basil. It was okay. I'm not actually that big a fan of pesto with basil. I've had it before, but it was alright. My fiance, she made it. She puts her heart into the stuff she cooks, and I love her for it. She does such a fantastic job, even if it's a food that I don't really care for. It was still completely edible, and I enjoyed it, but it was, it's not something I eat very often. So that's, I guess that could help attribute to the fact that it's not one of those things that I really care for. I mean, she eats a lot of veggies, and I normally didn't eat that many veggies before I met her, and now I eat plenty of veggies because she cooks the veggies, and I've grown to enjoy them a bit more. So, question for you guys. I know I ask a couple questions every episode, but, what are some things that you used to eat, or used to not eat, rather, that you now eat? Or, as the first example, things that you used to love eating and now never eat. Go ahead and leave those answers in the comment section below. I know it's completely non-Minecraft related, but it's just something for me to get to know you guys. I mean, I always try and leave a lot of comments, leave a lot of messages back. Whenever somebody comments to me, I'm gonna comment back. You know, this is me connecting with you guys. I'm sitting here, I'm playing Minecraft, I'm enjoying it. I'm hoping that you guys are enjoying it, and I'd like to have a little bit more connectivity and a little bit more of a link with you guys. I want to know what you're thinking. I want to know what you're feeling about the episodes. I want you to be entertained. I want you to be able to understand what I'm talking when I start talking this fast, because I start running a lot of words and letters together, and all of a sudden nobody can understand me but my woman. Oh, I think my tiredness is starting to show. Oh dear. I'm so close. I am so close. I can taste the freedom. I can taste the freedom. This thing will be absolutely epic. Hope you guys can actually incorporate these things into your builds. They are so nice when you want to build something directly on top of them. Having a, basically a mob spawner grinding. Bleh, I'll speak right one of these days. A lag spike. A mob spawner grinding for you while you work, so you can effectively do whatever it is you need to do around your base and still be able to have stuff grinding out of this grinder because you're close enough proximity to allow mobs to continue to spawn. That is one of the biggest downfalls I've noticed with things like monster spawners, is that if you're too close, they can actually delay the rate at which they spawn, because things naturally spawn very quickly in dark environments, and having something that is relatively close position to you, you're forced to wait on the timer of the spawner itself. The spawner itself is timed based off a little spinning 3D character inside the cage, and the slower it spins, the longer you have to wait. The faster it spins, the sooner it is about to pop an enemy. It actually has a optimum distance of about 12 squares away from you, 12 blocks away from you, where it will rev up the spin as fast as possible. I believe this is to basically be aggressive with spawning mobs if you happen to be approaching the mob spawning dungeon. However, once you start going past that, it won't spawn as quickly, and once you get too close, it doesn't seem to spawn as quickly. It'll spawn maybe once every 30 seconds when you're right on top of it. But when you're about 12 blocks away, it spawns about once every 12 seconds or so. So you can actually notice a pretty sizable difference between one and the other if you're actively trying to grind the spawner. Oh, I can fix that. Yay! Oh, freedom! Alright, going back down one last time. This last time I'm going to go ahead and block up the infinite source of water I have down here. Take one block of water off of it first, and block up this little bit right here, so that way I can have optimum spawn space and nothing can come back up onto a platform after it's already hopped off. So blocking up that, blocking up this, and heading up. Once again, I do want to thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Sticking through, watching the mob spawner evolve and grow in terms of what I'm using right here. This has been a pretty sizable project. I want to go ahead and make this a cobblestone too, because I'll be absolutely nutters if I'm sitting here worried about the continuity of everything. And there we go. We have a mob spawner. If I was to turn this back up to normal setting or difficulty, things would just start flowing up and popping out of this thing like nothing. It's really effective because I'm exactly 22 blocks above the base level floor, and they're going to try and spawn as many as they can down there. If this area up here stays very bright, very light during the daytime, this is going to be extremely effective. During the night, it's going to be as effective as I have everything dimmed out in the immediate area. Right, well, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Mack9 of Mack9's Mines, closing out this episode. I believe this is, what, 13 now? Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Peace.